Binks, and welcome back to Let's Play The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we will be continuing in the last chapter, the last part of the game. The Resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo, Trial Part 3, the Old Bailey, the trial that never ends because... oh, we thought we got this man. We got him. We really did get him. And yet at the end he pulled a Gant. He pulled a Gant. Yeah, he's not going down without a fight, you guys. Stubborn old man. How many times must I teach you this lesson? Oh, Ace Attorney is very good at creating characters like that. These big bads that are just very stubborn and refuse to go down. Ugh. I prefer ones that, yes, it takes a little work to get to them, but then at the end they accept their defeat with grace. I like those villains more. I feel like these are a little too, like, frustrating. Like, you frustrate me. But realistically, I mean, if I was in his shoes, hell no, I'm not going down without a fight. I'm fighting back tooth and nail and claw and everything, you know? So I guess I can't really blame him, even though he's totally evil. So anyway, let's continue on. Maybe this will be the last episode. Eh? Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. I can be indicted for nothing, no? What? What the frick? Uh-oh. It's true. Personally, I have committed no crime. I've merely been surrounded by fools who've acted very rashly indeed. Oh, you disgusting man. Just because you didn't sully your hands yourself, you're gonna say, oh, come on. I hate that. It reminds me of some other stuff that's like, it's a little like a gray area in the law. I mean, nowadays I think, I don't know what the term would be, but like, if you're the person behind the murder, like, even if you don't commit it yourself, if you coerced someone into it or manipulated or something, I think there has to be, I think coercion is a charge, but I don't know how severe. Like, maybe, well, what would that be? Second degree murder? Because you didn't really commit it yourself? I don't know. I really, I'm not up to date on law stuff like I used to be. I used to be really into it, you guys. Like, I was like, yeah, I want to know what first degree murder means versus second degree versus manslaughter, you know, all that stuff. And I still watch some crime stuff. I actually prefer watching the mystery getting solved rather than the legal aspect of it. I stopped watching lawyer stuff a long while ago, so other than these games, the actual legal stuff, I'm like, I'm rusty. But yeah, I don't know, especially back then, like, what could they charge him with if he didn't commit the crimes himself? Coercion is the only thing that comes to mind. Oh, definitely, like, obstruction of justice, right? That's a big one. Conspiracy. Oh, conspiracy, that's one, for sure. Conspiracy to commit murder, I think that's one I've heard. But I don't know, like, at what years were these legally defined terms created and charges created. So maybe it didn't exist back then. It was just like murder, burglary, or theft, and that's about it. Like, they probably had very limited. Now that crime has grown and changed over the years, it's gotten complicated. You know, it's really complicated. Huh. I gotta see what they're gonna say about this.
Objection!
You can't get away with that. You've consistently preyed on people's weaknesses. And what? Threatened them? Are you sure it wasn't just bargaining? I mean, I think, like, there's even... you can even be charged for, like, making threats, yeah. But back then, I don't know. And then it's, like, hearsay about what consists... Like, how can you prove a threat? Especially if the victims are all dead, which most of them are, right? Ugh. I would like to address all the good lords, ladies, and gentlemen of the judiciary here present. You all know of these darker recesses in our great capital, and deep down I believe you also know that to fight those who dwell there requires at least some of us to occupy the darkness ourselves. So let me appeal to your good sense now. Consider the situation with me. If this catalogue of horrifying revelations were to become common knowledge among the 6 million inhabitants of London, what might happen? To learn that the infamous murderer of royals and nobles was a respected member of the aristocracy himself. That evidence was fabricated in the scapegoat's trial amid secret negotiations with prosecutors to effect a jailbreak. That the Reaper of the Bailey was an organized group of assassins managed by a Scotland Yard inspector. Thank you for neatly summarizing everything horrible that you have done. And finally, that it was all masterminded by the Lord Chief Justice himself. If the general public of Britain knew the truth, all faith in the police and the prosecutor's office would be completely lost, without doubt. Public order in the capital would completely break down. We'd be cast back to the lawless days of the last century. Precisely, as it was 100 years ago, when 1 in 10 of the population were criminals. Think what we've accomplished since then. A public policing force, a comprehensive set of laws. And if we want to continue to protect this new era of law and order, I say again, we must at times occupy the darkness ourselves. Okay, we are not playing Kingdom Hearts. Oh, I don't even remember much about that game. I have never played it myself. I've only seen my cousins play it when we were little. I remember like a New Year's Eve when it first came out. I watched them play it, and so I kind of know the gist of it. And for a while, I was like reading a lot of fanfics of it when I was a tween. I had some shipping in there that I liked. But I never saw like the second game or the third game or any of the other spin-offs. I was like, eh. I heard it got really messy. I don't know. A part of me's like, oh, I don't know. It might be fun if I could play it myself one day. But I don't know how. We have successfully identified and apprehended the man responsible for taking Inspector Gregson's life. That is all that was expected of this trial. All these other matters that have been discussed will be eliminated from the minutes of these proceedings in the interests of preserving law and order. Oh, come on! And to protect Her Majesty the Queen, of course. Well, my lords, ladies, and gentlemen, what say you? He has a point. The things Lord Strongheart has done are quite unforgivable. But on the other hand, isn't it our duty to maintain law and order in the capital? We can't deny that the threat of the Reaper over the years has done wonders for the crime rate. And by fair means or foul, it's all thanks to Lord Strongheart. Oh, come on! You sheeple. They are disgusting. No brains of their own, just going along with any convincing argument. Are you hearing this? This is the will of the British judiciary? Van Zieks, threaten them! Throw your glass at them! You have to scare them into submission again. Ugh, disgusting. Oh god, I hate this man. For your rousing response, friends, I express my heartfelt gratitude. Therefore, in accordance with the overwhelming wishes of the court, the record shall be erased. You have to respect the man's ability to turn a situation to his favor. Okay, we're kind of screwed. Unless somebody barges in. Or, I think our last option would be the bunny. I don't know what Sherlock could do, if we could call him in again and have him help at this point, because this is really bad. I don't know. Unless he found some other kind of damning evidence, but even then, this is like, I don't know. Lord Strongheart really is a master of manipulation. You've conclusively proven his guilt. Yet he still manages to evade justice. I just don't know what we can do. Ryunosuke. Looks like the trial really is going to come to an end now. I'm almost out of options, I think. There's really only one path left open to me. Use evidence. At least they're quick to shut up when we do that. Yes, as I know only too well. The only thing that carries any weight in court is hard evidence. Ooh. This is different. Okay. It's like our objection theme? Or pursuit? Cool. But different. But Mr. Naruhodo... What evidence is there to use at this stage in the trial? I have an idea. I don't know whether anything will come of it, but... Ooh, nice. If there was ever a time for using this particular item we have among the evidence, it's now. Ooh, cool. Time to use the bunny.
Take that!
Cool. Oh my. Yes, Mr. Holmes asked if you had that with you earlier. You've exposed all of Lord Strongheart's wrongdoing now. I've no doubt that Mr. Holmes had already deduced exactly how the truth would unfurl. Of course, because he's a genius.
So I think it must be time for the great detective to take center stage, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. Let's take the hair by the ears then, and heave.
Alright, here goes. Heave!
He told you not to pull that hard. Ow, 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 ow. My dear fellows, must I remind you every time? A gentle tug will suffice.
Mr. Holmes!
You're looking in quite the wrong direction, Mr. Naruhodo. Because I'm over here. Wait, what? You're here? Ah! Mr. Naruhodo, he's... What the frick? Excuse me? No, 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 no. How could this technology exist? Sir, come on now. A hologram? A video? What? This is the most unbelievable thing I've seen so far in this game. Sir, how? Oh yes, I invented a thing called a computer. Come on. A projector.
It's Mr. Holmes.
Oh my god. Yeah, right. Sir?
I wasn't expecting you back, Holmes.
That is so weird. This is like a spectral projection. Like... Okay. Just roll with it, Binks. You know how these games are.
Delighted to be here again, Lord Strongheart. What is the meaning of this? Bailiff, seize him. Put that man in irons. This is a closed court. You've been warned once already, man. What the? We can't get out of him, my lord.
Just let this keep playing forever. Oh, it's so stupid. I love it. Loot, loot, loot.
We'll just go right through him.
Really, Sherlock? Just dancing. Oh, that's called being extra petty. I love the dance, though. It's so stupid. Love it.
It's like, yes, I'm just going to show off right now. I'm afraid your efforts are wasted. Yes, look at my TikTok dance. You see, the great detective you see before you is composed entirely of light and shadow. An image, if you will. Don't ask questions, okay? Just go with it.
Really? And you can teleport? Sure. This is ridiculous.
Mr. Naruhodo, I must congratulate you on your fine deductions.
Mr. Holmes, what on earth is...
Are you familiar, I wonder, with the invention known as the telephone?
Well, yes, I hear that some public telephones have been installed recently in Tokyo.
The sound of the speaker's voice is converted to an electrical signal and transmitted instantly to another place.
Quite. Sounds are transmitted. So, could not images keep them company, I mused.
Uh-huh, sure. Giving Sherlock credit for inventing all this stuff.
Iris and I did some modest experimentation to develop such a device specifically for this very day.
Modest experimentation, Mr. Holmes? What a modest description.
And, somewhat incidentally, I thought we might just as well transmit an entire scene.
Somewhat incidentally, Mr. Holmes? Now you're just being immodest.
Do you mean to say you're not actually here, Holmes? Ah, I knew my trusty partner would have no trouble grasping the concept.
Except he's grasping the stand to steady himself after your shock arrival.
He's just gonna pass out.
Poor father.
I would have hoped he might have been forewarned, being the great detective's great partner.
Oh no, I love surprising him. It's my greatest joy in life. Leave my courtroom at once. Get out. Or I swear to you.
Oh, you looking extra demonic right now. You see, you're fulfilling your Moriarty-ish role, which I like, because your hatred of Sherlock and his partner is, ooh, so juicy. I love it.
Dear me, you, on the other hand, Lord Strongheart, appear to have a very poor grasp of the situation. Allow me to reiterate, I am not here, which would, I hope, lead naturally to one asking, where exactly are you?
Yeah, that's a very good question, because him and Iris have both been running around doing stuff.
The very question I was awaiting. I am at present enjoying the air in a rather splendid garden.
A garden?
Not just any garden, you understand. A garden at Buckingham Palace.
Oh, snap. I see where this is going.
What? You can't be. Buckingham Palace.
Wasn't there a certain someone that you mentioned earlier and a couple episodes ago as well that you wanted to protect by keeping all this hush-hush? Methinks that certain someone would not be too happy with you if they knew what was going on over here.
What's Buckingham Palace, Mr. Sato? I've never heard of it.
Do you ever read the news, Mr. Naruhodo?
Mr. Holmes, is Iris with you there?
Oh, well now, Iris is currently enjoying some tea. With Her Majesty.
Yep. So which queen is this gonna be, like Queen Elizabeth? Is that the time period? I don't know. Or is it Victoria? It's one or the other. I can't remember. It's probably Victoria, right? I'm not good with British monarchy time periods. I know their names, I just can never remember, like, around what time was this?
Her Majesty.
Not just any Her Majesty, you understand. Her Majesty the Queen of the British Empire. What?
Oh yeah, he went above you. This is called going to the chop in order to take out a bad upper management. You know? Sometimes you gotta go above their head.
What on earth is all this about?
Buckingham Palace is Her Majesty the Queen's residence in London, Mr. Naruhodo. Order. Order in court. I demand immediate silence. Her Majesty the Queen. You can't be... I mean, no.
Are they gonna show her? I doubt it, but that'd be cool.
This is some sort of unforgivably distasteful trickery by a third-rate detective, that's all. Unforgivably distasteful trickery? What an apt description. A closed court session attended by elite members of the
I hate that word. I had to say it so much in this LP.
of the judiciary is a rare event. I presumed that Her Majesty would be more than a little curious about the proceedings. So I decided to show her everything, from start to finish.
Oh, so you guys were able to watch and listen as well? You had a TV pulled up for her? Sure.
Huh? You showed her?
Indeed. By dint of the Sherlock Holmes remote cinematograph,
Actually.
cinematograph.
Instead of TV or whatever.
You meddling. This is some kind of nightmare. just as I appear to be standing before you, regaling you with talk of my latest invention. No doubt you've inferred that the reverse is also true. You don't mean... Her Majesty has seen and heard every moment of the proceedings. I assumed there would be no objection. After all, every trial in this country is conducted under the auspices of Her Majesty, as you know. Auspices? You... I confess I am quite impatient to hear Her Majesty's opinion about the unforgivably distasteful trickery in which you've been engaged over the past 10 years. No, I was merely...
Oh, there's Iris. Oh, it is Victoria. Makes sense. Yeah, because Elizabeth would have been much further back.
Oh, so sorry to keep you all waiting. Vicky and I had so much to talk about.
That's so cute to imagine her just having a cute little conversation with the Queen.
Iris, there you are.
Oh.
In fact, I have a little message here from Her Majesty.
A message?
Well then, if everyone is sitting comfortably, forthwith and with immediate effect, all authority previously afforded to Male Strongheart is hereby revoked forevermore. Nice. You got. Finally.
Ugh. Furthermore, he will be prosecuted for crimes against his country in a public trial by jury in the coming days. So, it seems that Her Majesty doesn't believe we need to fight fire with fire. Justice in this country needn't be administered from the shadows at all.
Male Strongheart. The darkness you fostered to conceal your despicable actions these last 10 years is a thing of the past now. After today, your brand of law and order has no future, because no longer are you the Lord Chief Justice. In the eyes of the law and of Her Majesty the Queen, you are nothing but a criminal.
Get him. This is it, right? Breakdown?
Adjourned! 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 Court is adjourned!
Oh, it finally broke. Oh my god, he fell into the fire! Yee! Oh, too bad he didn't actually get lit on fire. That was pretty close to what I wanted. Guilty! Oh shit. Oh shit. The scales are gone. Oh shit, is it gonna land on him? Oh my god. Get him! Kill him! Oh shit, it's still coming! Oh my god! Ah! Burn him! Holy shit, I was joking about the fire and the scales, but holy shit! You guys, am I kind of psychic? That's the second time in this LP that I kind of made a joke about something violent, and then look at this, look at this! I was pretty much right, almost! Holy crap, you guys, I'm freaking out. That was amazing, by the way. But what the frick? I made a joke about pushing him onto the scales and letting him burn because that's what he deserved. And this happened? Psychic Binks. Psychic the game and the creators. I see you. You see me. We understand each other. Yeah. I can't believe it. Just like that horrible joke I made about pushing people out windows and then, you know, what ended up happening. But like, jeez. I'm kind of freaked out. That was still awesome, though. Yes, look at you all dirty and pathetic looking. You're lucky you didn't actually burn like you deserve.
Lord Clint Van Zieks left a will in which he confessed to everything.
Oh, he looks so beaten.
When those words came out of Asogi's mouth, it deranged me completely. I knew I must do anything and everything in my power to contain the situation. But I couldn't find the damned document. I searched his cell, but it wasn't there.
Which precipitated the jailbreak plot, I presume.
What do you mean?
That's the only reason that happened. Makes sense.
The need to obtain that will was all-consuming. I was sure that if I facilitated Asogi's escape, he would emerge with the will somewhere on his person.
And you probably already planned to kill him anyway, because you're garbage like that.
But despite searching his limp body in the cemetery that night, it still eluded me. It never even crossed my mind that it was concealed in the sword's hilt.
Damn. I mean, he said it was his weapon, and it was literally inside his weapon. Dang.
What pains me now is that my brother left this world without a word to me.
I'm sorry, Lord Van Zieks.
In point of fact, I think perhaps that isn't the case.
Sorry?
How can that be?
There is more to his last will and testament.
What?
Oh, that's good. As I confront the prospect of my demise, I feel bitter regret for my younger brother. I'm imagining she's reading this to him right now. Barak, you have always looked up to me, and now you follow in my footsteps to become a prosecutor. It is my fervent wish that my unspeakable deeds should not hinder your advancement. I ask not for understanding, for none could understand my depravity. I ask only for forgiveness. Aww. Asogi is a fine detective and a hunter worthy of respect. He has agreed to honor my final 2 wishes. The first is that this document survives. The second, I cannot commit to paper. I have confessed my sins to my wife. May she find resolution in my death. Yeah, it's interesting how we know he has a wife, but we never heard or saw like anything else about her, like other than a brief mention in like an episode or 2 ago. Like, what happened after everything? Did she just like leave? Did she go get remarried or something? Did she die of like a broken heart? I don't know. I feel like I haven't heard anything. With my eternal gratitude to my Japanese friend, I rest my quill. Clint Van Zieks. Aw, I hope that helps a little bit.
Clint.
Gosh, finally. They can rest in peace, both of them. And these 2 guys can finally have that burden lifted off their shoulders.
Male Strongheart, you colluded with Seishiro Jigoku in a criminal plot so immense it spanned the oceans. And you cold-heartedly murdered all those who knew the truth about what happened 10 years ago. But why did you set about that now, a whole decade later?
To ascend to the very peak.
Yeah, because if they hadn't brought Asogi over and started, like, killing people now, all of this could have remained dormant forever, and he would have gotten away with it.
These last 10 years made me realize being the Lord Chief Justice wasn't enough. Short of becoming Her Majesty's Attorney General, I could have no real power to effect the changes needed in this country.
God, you're so power hungry. Ugh. Hate it.
And for that promotion, I needed to ensure no remnants of the past remained.
How could you?
I like everything to run smoothly, in the exact manner that I prescribe, like a well-oiled machine.
I mean, you saw how obsessed he is with, like, gears and clocks and stuff, so it makes sense.
And I was just a step away. And for your ambition to succeed, did you even bother to count the number of brilliant people you had killed?
You don't care.
Ah, Mr. Reaper, are you not forgetting something?
Why are you still calling him the Reaper? He's not the Reaper.
Such as... You very much adopted your usual prosecutor-like demeanor in the proceedings now. But the reality of the situation is that you are the defendant in this trial. Ugh. However, the presiding judge would appear to have fallen from the bench, as it were.
Hey, what's up, Santa? Welcome back. Got to see him one last time. Dang, like, how did you get up there without anybody noticing so quickly and smoothly?
May I suggest, therefore, that we entrust the final adjudication to an old friend? My lord. As a member of the judiciary, I have been following the proceedings from the gallery. And I must say, I shan't ever forget the extraordinary battle between good and evil that I witnessed here today.
Hey, I missed it. The sound of a regular gavel. And I missed you, man. You're like a normal judge.
The darkness that has blighted justice in our land these past 10 years has at last been dispelled. Thanks in no small part to the efforts of a bright young star from the east. Defense Counsel Naruhodo.
Yes, my lord.
On behalf of everyone here present in the Old Bailey, I give you my heartfelt thanks.
You're too kind, my lord.
The first time I faced you in court, just under a year ago now, I had the faintest of intimations that if British justice, so warped and twisted over its long history, was finally to no change, this might just be the man to do it.
What? I mean, you kind of didn't give that impression. It was kind of like you hated me at first.
But at the time, I wouldn't allow myself to acknowledge the possibility. You didn't let me finish my sentence, okay? I couldn't overcome my hatred of the Japanese after the circumstances of my brother's death. Mr. Naruhodo.
Are you gonna apologize? I would really like that. The character growth. Yes! Thank you. That's all I needed. Yes! Thumbs up. character growth, my OT3 being nicely established, the gratitude is there, the respect, and hopefully one day the love.
Allow me to apologize for countless discourtesies on my part. You are a lawyer of boundless talent.
Oh, Lord Van Seeks. Aw. She's so cute. She's all emotional. Me and Susato, we're on the same level. Susato, I get you. You're so cool.
Oh, when I first arrived in Great Britain, I was literally a nobody. Certainly not a lawyer. The truth is, my fortunes have entirely been made by the miraculous people I've met. My best friend, Kazuma Asogi, who led me here to Britain in the first place. My loyal and ever-patient judicial assistant, Miss Sato, who helped me study to become a lawyer.
And man, she has really helped us, like, a lot. Like, there's been times that Maya has been super clutch and helped Phoenix. Plenty of times, right? But there's also a lot of times where I feel like she's kind of, like, just a pest. A lovable pest. But I like the fact that even though Susato and Ryunosuke do have their funny banter moments, I feel like they're a little more serious and subdued, but also there's a deeper level of respect there because of what they've been dealing with and what they've gone through together. And she's so much more reliable. It's not like Maya wouldn't be there for Phoenix in the same way that Susato is, because of course she would. But Susato is just so intelligent and very, you know, like she can do it. Like, even we saw she did it herself, even though she did get a little help from her father. It's like, man, Susato, you deserve your own game, girl. You know, I really like her a lot. I would love a spin-off of her and her father and her little girlfriend, because her girlfriend was cute. I thought they were really cute together. I would love that. I know it's not going to happen, probably, but I would love that. Female lawyer. Well, I know it's not going to happen, but one can only dream.
The brilliant Lord Van Zeeks, who never failed to challenge his Nipponese rival. And not to mention, the exceptional master of logic and reasoning who showed me the true art of deduction, Mr. Holmes.
He's like, yes, of course, I had to come back just so I could get a pat on the head.
A pat on the back, not head.
Saving the best for last, Mr. Nodohodo. What a relief.
I'm well aware that without all these people's help and support, I wouldn't be where I am today. The truth is a guiding light that always leads to happiness. I've lived by that principle for a long time now, but actually, it's not true. The truth can also cause great pain, sometimes even leave people on the brink of despair.
And for that reason, there are those who feel the need to hide the truth, who do it instinctively even.
But as soon as we allow our eyes to settle on something other than the truth, the darkness takes hold. And from there it grows until eventually it makes us blind to the guiding light of the truth altogether. So that's why it's my belief that we must all resolve never to avert our eyes from what is just and true.
Gotta say the title Resolve in there.
So that we can continue to walk the straight and narrow path ahead.
Aw, Kazuma looks so happy and proud of him.
Well, I must excuse myself now. But before I go, Mr. Naruhodo, let me compliment you on your grand opus.
What?
Without your beautifully composed case against Lord Strongheart, Her Majesty would have been unable to act. Thanks to you and your fellows, The haunting undertones corrupting Britain's justice system have been silenced.
Thank you very much.
So, until our paths cross again somewhere.
Well then, it would appear that this long trial
Very long.
has finally come to an end.
My apologies for any anxiety caused, my lord.
I'm quite sure we shall meet again here in the courtroom before long, Prosecutor Baroque von Zieks. In conclusion of these proceedings, I hereby declare the defendant Baroque von Zieks not guilty.
Woo, for the final time. Get the confetti up in here. And the fireworks. Which is still like, what the hell? Hey, we did it!
That is all. Court is for real this time. Adjourned.
Yeah, we did it! Oh man. That feels good. So, here's the thing. I don't know how long this post-trial section is, but I have a feeling it's going to be long. I feel like there's still a lot to talk about and then to wrap up, even though it felt like it shouldn't be, because I was like, y'all already talked enough, but you know how these things go. This could be really short. It could be like 15-20 minutes, but also could be like half hour to an hour, right? So, because this is already at like almost a little over like 45 minutes or so, I feel like ending this episode here and having the post trial section just all be one episode, even if it's short. I hope I don't regret this. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, even if it's short, I guess I could also just talk about my feelings of the game, even though I feel like I've talked a lot already about it. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. It just makes sense. I just don't want to add on to this when this length is pretty decent, even though it's not a full hour. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I don't regret ending this episode here, but it is what it is. So, yeah, we did it. We finally got Strongheart. Thanks to Sherlock, thanks to the Queen. um, I mean, it makes sense, because how else were we gonna stop a power-hungry jerk like him? Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what's gonna happen in the post-trial section in the finale of this Let's Play in the next episode. So until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye.